Okay, it's Jay again, and I want to talk about two things today about racism and hate. And I know those two follow under the same category. Sorry, I can't really move my arm on the one side. My right side is completely down for now. Um, so I'll try to do hand gestures with just one hand. But like I'm saying, I want to talk about racism and hate. Something that I'm not well known to talk about, but we need to talk it out because it is an elephant in the room that needs to be discussed. Racism coming from a person of me, like a white person, I understand that I have what's called white privilege. And having white privilege can get me a lot more than a person of color. And that to me disgusts me to know that I can get anything and a person of color has to work 50 to 100 times to 150 times more than I do just to get somewhere in life. That they have to provide a lot more to get where they need to go. And I'm saying the way I was taught by the Lord and Savior that I was taught by, that my Lord loved everyone no matter what color we were. Because it also states in the Bible to love thy neighbor. It doesn't say what color thy neighbor is. It doesn't give a specific color. So to say love thy neighbor, and another thing I'm going to touch on that'll really piss people off, is that Jesus was Jewish. Jesus was of color. He was. If you read the Pacific Bible, he was from Jerusalem, which was across Middle Seas, across seas, which made him a person of also color. So I don't understand where all this racism is coming up. You're celebrating a Jesus that hated, and why would you put your heart in someone who hated everyone? I don't understand that. But racism is so horrible. How you could judge someone just because of the color of the skin when you're not judging them on the character of the person they are. You're judging them directly just because of the color of their skin. You should never just judge someone because of the color of skin. You should judge someone on the way they are as a person, their personality, the way they carry themselves, the way they act. You should never ever just take the time to just see someone of color and just go, I don't like you because of your color. That is so ignorant. And when people of color, show you so much love and you're just looking at them, oh, you're black, we're not going to talk to you. That is so messed up. Us white people need to learn that racism is not going to get us anywhere. Hating someone is not going to get us somewhere. It sure isn't going to get us into heaven. And if you think your God's going to get you in heaven for hating people of color, minorities, just hating gays and anything in general, then I don't know where you think you're going. Because my God's of love. I'm sorry, my Jesus of love, and it says in the Bible that he would never turn his head or back on me as a person. Hating. Let me get into that subject. That is another deep subject. But touching again on the racism thing, knowing that I am a person of being white, that I have what's called white privilege. I do understand that there's white privilege. But I could also change myself from being and using that white privilege to get me through life. It's not okay to use my white privilege and say I'm going to get this, and no. I understand there's white privilege there. Yes, I get that. But to sit there and say that I'm for this, and this community and not using my white privilege to get me into anything, not to get me into a job, not